Welcome back to another Peaceful Ambition video. So before I get started today on our topic, I just want to take the time out to say thank you to everyone that's constantly showing me and my family love, that's taking the time out to like, share, and subscribe to my page. Guys, I truly thank you guys. And as always, I'm just here to help uplift each other and to have all of us just growing together. So the topics that I picked to talk about are definitely things that either I've been through or that I'm going through, or I feel that could just help someone else. So I'm just trying to grow us as a community, as women, as human beings, as a Black community, just overall. So I hope that these videos that I'm putting out really inspires others and it really helps them, because, even when I watch the videos back, I'm like, man, that was pretty good. So I feel like I'm touching myself all over again when I am watching the video. So I hope that my videos are also touching you guys' lives and making an impact. And because of you guys, I'm going to keep pushing. I'm going to keep on being a better person as a mother, a wife, and just as a person overall. I just wanted to say thank you to you guys. So I had to get that out the way before I even got started with anything. So guys, yes. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Let's get to our topic. So, of course, I always have to ponder an idea, because when I do bring up a topic, I like it to be something that's real life and something that I feel like can really help us all. So, I was thinking, just recently we put out my family intro. I'm super excited about that and, proud of the video and everything. And I was just thinking, like, I've been with my husband for a long time, and we've been through so many ups and downs, and not even just saying with my husband, just with myself being in the relationship as an individual, I have my own ups and downs. So today I really want to talk about keeping your identity in a relationship, because I know as a young couple, we got married when I think I was 20 and he was 23, I believe so. Like, we got married pretty young, but a lot of people when we got married, they already say, I give you guys 2 years, 4 years, 5 years was the most that I heard back then. And now look at us now, we're going on 10 plus years. So, I'm really blessed to say that, we are where we are now. But at a lot of times in our relationship, because it has not always been good, and it's still not always good, because a relationship is always changing. But we're going to talk about that later. But when you're in a relationship for so long and also so young, there's a lot of times that you lose your identity. At least I feel like I lost my identity a lot of times. So I really want to focus on having your own identity in a relationship. So we're going to get it started. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, share this video, because you never know how it can help anyone else. And let's go, guys. Okay, so to me, the most important thing that you have to remember when you're in a relationship is staying true to yourself. So I'm going to give you guys a little, kind of like a little story. So like I said, me and my husband, we've been together for some years now. And those of you who don't know, my husband is from a different cultural background. He is not American, he's Jamaican and I'm American. So when I first met my husband, I never really been around any other Jamaicans. I only honestly been around Americans. So just being around a different culture, doing different things, sometimes it was overwhelming. But a lot of times when I was around my husband's friends, and maybe like at a cookout or a party or something like that, they had their girlfriends too, and most of those girlfriends were American. So a lot of times the American girlfriends would be together, and then the Jamaican men would be playing dominoes or anything like that. So a lot of times when we were there, the American girlfriends, I saw them, even if they were like new girlfriends, I saw them wanting to adapt to their husband's way so fast that as if they lost their identity. One girl, I think we started dating around the same time, and she just like turned into a Jamaican overnight. Like literally trying to talk patois and just saying she loves this, she loves that. And there's nothing wrong with that. Some people fall in love with the culture and they're clicked onto it, and that's cool. But at the same time, I felt like she wasn't staying true to herself. Because she was with someone, she felt like she had to embody it so much that it was her. And at the same time, if it works for you, cool. But on my point of view, when I was with my husband, I embraced his culture very much so. But at the same time, I stayed true to myself. I wasn't going to say, oh yeah, and oh yeah, and be fake about it. No, I'm going to still be Tiara. I'm still going to be calm, cool, collected. I'm still going to like the things that I like. And of course, I'm going to like new things, because he's going to put me on to new things with his culture. But I still stay true to myself. I didn't lie and say, oh, I don't like to eat this, but I'll eat that, just because because, you know, that may be what my husband wanted me to say. No, I still stay true to myself. You have to stay true to yourself in any type of relationship, not just in a marriage, not just in a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship, even with the friendship. You know, peer pressure is real. If you have a friend that wants you to do something and you know that you're not staying true to yourself and you're just going along with the ride, you're going to get yourself in trouble and you're going to lose yourself, and you're going to see yourself in that person and you're not going to see your own self. So staying true to yourself is very important in any type of relationship, guys. So make sure you stand clear of yourself, and it also goes back to knowing yourself. So, you know, everything kind of just gets thrown in the pot. If you know who you are, no matter what type of relationship you're in, you should still stand true to yourself. So that's very important. Okay, so along with staying true to yourself, I feel like this kind of go hand in hand. Have your standards. It's okay to be in a relationship and have standards, even in a marriage. You know, you have to have standards and morals that you believe in, and it's okay to stay by them, because you're going to have to do that when you're in it. Like any relationship, you have to have standards. You have to have a bar that you expect people how to treat you, how you want to, you know, be talked to, or anything like that. You have to have those standards, because if not, you're just going to be a walking mat. So when you're in a relationship, keeping those standards can help you keep your identity also, because your standards and your morals is what you believe in. And as long as you're holding true to yourself and still sticking with what you believe in, no matter what the relationship, you know, you should be your individual self. So, you know, it's okay to compromise, because you have to in any relationship. It's okay to change your mind, but you also have to remember there's things, at least I have in me, that I'm not willing to compromise. You know, I'm not going to do certain things because I just don't believe in it. I feel like it's not necessary. It's just not who I am. And there's nothing that anyone can talk me into. So, you know, you have to have those key things that you really believe that they are you. They define you. And when you have those things and you know that they are good things, there's no reason that you need to change it, even when being in a relationship. Okay, guys, so the next point that I want to bring up is give your happiness a voice. Make it a reality. How and what do I mean by that? So how is basically you tell your partner, you tell the person you're in the relationship with what you want. You know what you like, you know what makes you happy, so tell them. A lot of times when you're in a relationship, even long-term relationships, you've been with someone for, you know, 10 plus years or 5 plus years, whatever the case, you know, you guys know each other so well that you just think that, you know, I know what they like, I know this and that. But sometimes that's not the case. Sometimes the person or your partner just isn't telling you that, you know, I want this now or this and that. You know, like I said, relationships are always evolving, as well as the person that you're in the relationship with. So, you know, if you are the person in the relationship and you have new happiness, you have new things that make you happy, because when you're young, you know, things that made you young then is not going to make you, you know, happy now. So you're going to be maturing. You're going to want a house instead of just, you know, $5,000 or something. You're going to be wanting things that, you know, money can't buy. You want things that you have to tell your partner, because if you don't tell your partner, then, you know, those things can't sometimes come to your reality. So you have to give that happiness voice. You have to speak it. You have to tell the person that you're with, even if it's a friend. You have to tell them what you like and what you don't like. So as long as you're speaking up and you're staying true to yourself and you're standing by your standards, and, you know, there should be no problem with you expressing yourself and telling them what you want and what you don't want, because that's how you're bringing your happiness to reality. Because you can't think that someone's going to read your mind, because that just doesn't happen. And if someone knows how to read minds, I need to learn, because that would be a dope superpower. But, you know, no one reads minds, guys. So we have to voice our happiness to our person that we're in the relationship with. So we just want to remember that, because if you don't think that, you know, just because you've been with someone for so long, they should just know, because sometimes they don't. So just like they are going to express themselves, you also have to express yourselves. So guys, give your happiness a voice. Or something. You're going to be wanting things that, you know, money can't buy. You want things that you have to tell your partner, because if you don't tell your partner, then, you know, those things can't sometimes come to your reality. So you have to give that happiness voice. You have to speak it. You have to tell the person that you're with, even if it's a friend. You have to tell them what you like and what you don't like. So as long as you're speaking up and you're staying true to yourself and you're standing by your standards, and, you know, there should be no problem with you expressing yourself and telling them what you want and what you don't want, because that's how you're bringing your happiness to reality. Because you can't think that someone's going to read your mind, because that just doesn't happen. And if someone knows how to read minds, I need to learn, because that would be a dope superpower. But no one reads minds, guys. So we have to voice our happiness to our person that we're in the relationship with. So we just want to remember that, because if you don't think that, just because you've been with someone for so long, they should just know, because sometimes they don't. So just like they are going to express themselves, you also have to express yourselves. So guys, give your happiness a voice. So another point that I actually wanted to bring up when learning to be an individual in your relationship is, guys, sometimes, and I say this basically with every topic, you have to do things for yourself and by yourself. I believe in that. I believe that's kind of like ginger ale. That solves every issue that you have. A lot of times we're in relationships and sometimes you're just with that person too much all the time, and you're not giving your own self time to breathe, time to think about you as an individual, and to really just take on what you want to take on, and not to really have your mind cluster with the other person. Not saying that this is a bad thing, because when you're in a relationship, of course there's going to be compromise. Of course there's going to be times when you're not going to want to do something but your partner is. But at the same time, you always have to take time out for yourself, guys. You always have to take time out for yourself, even if it's just a jog, a time that you want to read a book or anything like that. You have to take time out for yourself, because at the end of the day, you are going to be by yourself. No matter how long you're in a relationship, when time comes to it, you're still by yourself. So we really have to learn how to accept being alone. Take yourself out to eat, enjoy your own company, because you can't enjoy yourself and think that you can enjoy others. You have to learn how to enjoy yourself, really love yourself, be your own companion first before you can even try to be a companion of the other person. Or if not, you're going to get lost in their shadow, and that's what you don't want. I'm not going to lie, when I had when I had Akira, actually, I felt that I had to be a mother. That was the title that meant the most to me, which it still means a lot to me. But I didn't know how to also be a mother, a wife, and just Tiara. When Akira was crying or anything that Akira needed, I would just run to her with no problem and do everything, And I probably didn't give too much to my husband because I was so fixed on just being a mother. So I really had to learn how to take a step back sometimes and not always be that superhero that wants to do everything and take care of everything, because I am a giver. I like to give, I like to take care of things, as well as my husband. He's the same way, but he's also a giver. I think we're a good mix. So I really had to learn how to take a step back and how to let my husband do things with the baby, and to me take a step up with being a wife and to just being Tiara. So a lot of times, guys, when you're in a relationship, and I'm talking about a marriage or a boyfriend or girlfriend or even a friendship, any type of relationship, you have to remember that sometimes if you're so used to saving yourself, you're so used to doing everything yourself, sometimes you have to give other people the chance to do things for you also. So that also helps you with being keeping yourself, because if you feel like you have to do everything for everyone, you're going to get burnt out, and you're going to find yourself losing yourself and finding yourself in everyone else. So you sometimes do have to take a step back, take that time out for yourself, and sometimes let people do for you. There's nothing wrong with that. You want to make sure that no matter what, even if you are with someone like this, you're still an individual, and you have to remember that, because at the end of the day, before you even met that person, you were yourself first. So you have to stay true to yourself, guys, and you have to know those standards that you want to live by, and not to have anyone shake them. Because if you really think that they're good standards and they are who you say you are, then you have to stand by them. And always make sure that you take time out for yourself to keep building on top of those things. As long as you're strong and you're pouring in yourself, you'll be able to spill onto everybody else. So make sure you guys take down these points, like this video, share this video, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I love you guys so much. I thank you guys for tuning in. And I'm going to start, this is one thing that I did want to tell you guys. So I love that we're commenting and we're leaving paragraphs, we're having conversations. I appreciate you guys, because I want us to have conversations. I want us to be able to communicate and to feel like a community. So I thought about it. When we have our conversations, if you guys don't mind, I'm going to start pinning maybe one comment that this really touched me in any way, or I just feel like everyone else should see. So guys, leave your comment, and then you can put #pin, and then if you are picked, I'll go ahead and pin your comment for that video. I thank you guys again just for everything that you guys have given me.